No,
Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I have notes of things that we have to talk about.
he's got to make his notes.
Need a pen?
Oh,
Did you need to,
100.
to give them all away?
Okay, first I will have a geotechnical engineering proposal through GME testing for soil bores out at the property at 25 North and 200 East. Council asked us to do this, so it has 12 bores for $6,300.
That's where
And-
that culvert goes underneath the road.
No, that's our
No.
property.
Property.
25 north, 200 east.
That's what for the new building.
I'm thinking 75 north. My bad.
And there's a
And
couple
200
things
east, we just talked about that the other day.
where on the- Definitely have it ready.
Gotcha.
It says my name right now.
Yeah, and it's got
Yeah,
somebody else's name that isn't relevant.
yeah. No, I got the one.
My
I got the
name?
one that said my name.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, last night. So I'll get it to
They
you.
need to do a better job doing their contracts than they do with their soil bonds. But
That's
anyway.
good. That'll be fine.
We have to need an Indiana law affidavit with it, and some other things. Darren's trying to get that done.
Okay.
And then Kurt, do we want to bring up Bright Speed or no?
That would be, if you're talking about the litigation.
Yeah. Okay, no.
We should, if we need to talk about that, we can do that.
Nope, that's okay. I just had it on my list in case we had to.
If you need to, I don't think we need to unless they want to be informed about it. I think we've got it under control at the moment.
Yeah, I think we
And
do.
At some point, if they want to know the specifics, we can do it in executive session.
Okay. Community Crossings 2026-1, we were awarded $1 million match on December 1st. The bids are out today. It was published today. I just sent them to 6 contractors this morning. And then we will open bids on 12/29 at 9 a.m.
What project is this for again?
This is for 200 north, 250 west, and 75 north. It's like 7.5 miles.
We're pretty fortunate because I heard a lot of areas did not get the grant this year.
Yeah.
They weren't, if they're not ready to go with bids right off the bat. I had a meeting I was sitting on the other day and there was a lot of cities and towns and counties that did not get it to put in for it and they wanted to know why. So
Yeah, I got a phone call that day and I was off that day, if you don't remember. So I was like, what are we talking about? And so I looked and I was like, yeah, we got it. And they're like, wow, we didn't. And a lot of people didn't. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, so it's exciting and stressful, but it's fine. Bridge 49, which is Cootie Brown Bridge, you will see at least 4 claims coming at you on Monday about 4 parcels. The right of way is being paid for. There's 3 to 4 more coming, but those 4 we have verified and looked at and everything's good. So that will be coming your way. And then I will probably have a couple pipe replacements to bring on the 29th to be encumbered for the 2026. Yeah. The project on 700 South, that is technically a regulated drain. The crossing portion of ours is $36,550, so I want to encumber that. And then we have another project on 75 West north of 800 South that I'd like to encumber. So I'll get that all around in better quality for the 29th. I think that's it for me. That's
Still working on the traffic ordinance.
Yeah, it's been
No rush.
a little delayed.
No rush.
I lied. But yeah, I found that paper again. I was like, ugh.
Aaron?
For the agenda, I'm going to ask that we accept material bids for item 7A for the slag product. The next thing I'm going to ask approval for a heater that we already have installed. I did reach out to Terry with the sub temp zeros in our trucks not getting out. I reached out for quotes. Music's heating, cooling we're on it. They were down there yesterday, got it installed. 65-13-48. Garage is already way warmer than it has been in many years. So we did move funds around. We'll have that available. I got his proposal here. He just wanted a PO. He doesn't really need a signature, but he's here to pass out if you guys would like to see him. What's that?
He's here now.
He's not here. No. He just needed a PO on it to move forward. After talking with the president, he said, get it done. So,
We couldn't wait to this meeting.
yeah.
No, I talked to
No.
him. He told me then he was having problems.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get it warm.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get all the trucks in there.
So I mean, I don't know if you have that on the agenda or not, but since
Yeah, it has to be on the agenda because we gotta,
that's all I have for the agenda. Stay off the gravel roads for a while.
Oof. At least till midnight tonight.
well, they a little soft.
Oh,
Take your motorcycle down there, buddy.
I've got motorcycles in the shop. I don't know when I'm gonna get it back. Connie, anything? Kim? I think the guy that's got it's riding it. It's Gary.
test drive. Test drive, right, Gary?
I just need to be put on the agenda to get our contract with Malcon renewed for next year, our 4D contract with them. That's all I have.
One signature.
Actually, it's just my
Oh,
signature. It's
that's even
just
better.
with the clerk and the Malcon.
Okay.
Okay. And that's all I have.
Gary? Mary?
Well, I don't have anything ready yet for this morning, but we're working on several quotes. I'd like to be on the agenda for purchase approvals. We're working on quotes for a trailer, playground equipment, someone to finish the siding at Maplewood, and a wide format printer. I'm not sure if I should have some of them by Monday. Some of them might be for the 29th, but I should have at least some of them. So that's all I have.
Bill?
I don't know. There's what we were talking about earlier with these purchases, and I don't know if Kathy had a chance to look at that or what you guys think as far as vests and sleds for the mass casualty trailer we're looking at.
By looking at the fund ordinance, I don't believe it is appropriate purchase for that. QCAP development,
What are you buying?
vests and sleds.
Medical sleds.
Medical sleds.
Okay, fine.
And,
So do they last more than a year? Oh, yeah.
yeah,
So that's two. Yep.
yeah.
So I'm reading this, just give me a second. Purchasing, constructing, equipping, and maintaining buildings. That doesn't fit.
And it said, or,
Yeah,
yeah, and then that's,
I'm reading it right now.
So you need to make it, you need to make your trailer,
Yeah,
a permanent fixture that you can move, like a camper.
Pretty much is.
I don't want you to not get them, but it'd really be a stretch. And yeah, you'd want to make it some sort of permanent fixture. I don't see how you do it.
that's what I was thinking.
Some of them, I don't know how you do that.
Bill, why don't you go ahead and get some quotes, money together, quotes on that, so we can maybe work on it and find money for you. I think
I
it's,
think a more appropriate fund would be public safety. And I didn't pull that funds to know if you have an appropriation left over, but that just seemed a better fit.
Mm-hmm.
Total dollars we're looking at, and I will take a look.
I don't know yet. Cliff's coming in tomorrow. He's been off.
I mean, do you have a
so-
rough idea?
I know the sleds are between $400 and $500 a piece.
You know, on the vest, it just depends on what kind of bulletproof vest he's getting.
Yeah, I
in the
have,
carrier or
I
not.
know
So
nothing about them. Cliff's coming in tomorrow.
they could
We
be,
can look at them.
And our firemen have a varying size range.
is that what it's for? Is for the fire?
Why don't you just email me? I don't want a hard quote, just so I know what much money I'm looking for.
That's what,
And then I'll look for that.
that's what's gonna be hard.
That is gonna be hard.
Bill, who's the vest for? Is it for firefighters, for medics,
It's fire.
for firefighters?
It's for the rescue task force that
Ooh,
go in with
geez.
the police.
I don't know how you're gonna get them to one size fit all. I really don't.
Probably not, but if they don't fit, they don't.
I mean, I just don't see how, because they're gonna put over their turnout gear and everything, right? Probably.
I would imagine. Tracy may know more about the vest for the firefighters for that stuff.
Again, I was working on some road issues.
Looking at vests for the rescue task force.
Yeah.
Like, do they put them on over their turnout gear? Is that the idea for the fire?
Yes, and then normally they're very specific on either wall or fire. That way, if we do have an issue, then
I'm just wondering how you get vests that's gonna be universal for all firefighters.
it's right says fire.
Size.
Oh, the size wise.
He's really.
That's not gonna happen. He's right.
That's what I was wondering. I don't know how you're gonna do that when, I don't know if that's something we wanna, I don't know.
Size wise, I mean, they would have to be where you make some purchases and then they would have to accommodate best they could on those.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
Bill, where are you gonna store those? They're gonna be in your command truck?
Well,
Excuse
not
me.
the command truck we got a trailer for the mass
Yeah.
casualty. So
So they go to any of the fire departments, correct?
yeah, it'd go to any of the fire
Yeah.
departments. That's why I said.
the
I don't
trailer
know.
would be
Yeah,
pulled
no, I
for any
understand.
fire that would go on, ideally.
The
They
other
just don't have
thing
the
is you
function
get one of
for it.
those blankets type thing where they folds out. It's a big huge blanket and somebody holds it up. They walk in behind that. I mean, I've seen those out there because we used to have a couple way back when. Not us, but the
Our firefighters are a little different than they were a couple years ago. When we held that training, we learned if they don't have certain stuff, they don't want to go in. So that's kind of why and right, like that's all safety, like they're all.
Yeah.
So
Don't blame them anymore.
that's what we're looking at. I don't know. I can get some prices and get an idea where we're at
Yes.
when Cliff comes in tomorrow.
mindset's changed over the years,
Yes.
unfortunately. So,
I think so.
okay.
All right. Thank you.
Robbie? Jenny? Nothing? Jason?
Nothing for Monday, but I do have something.
Who's Jennifer or Jenny?
You have to.
Yeah, come up here.
Live streaming, you have to go up here.
I just need put on the agenda for Monday to declare surplus.
Can you get me a list of whatever you're doing?
Yes.
Few items.
Yes, I have other copies if you want them.
No, we can just hit Monday. That's fine. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, thanks. You're up.
Jason.
I thought he was sitting, no, I already got Jason. He had nothing. I thought she was sitting in the same role as, Jennifer. Sorry about that, Al.
I thought I'm not gonna be able to be here Monday, so I thought I'd give you an update on avian flu again. We have no cases in the last 5 days.
We're at 60 in the county.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no new cases in the last 60 days. There have been a couple of discoveries in Noble and Elkhart counties, but none. I think y'all know that I was working with the Amish leadership, trying to get them to suggest that we do not have church or other functions at poultry farms, and they adopted that policy. So that took a lot of legwork, but got it done, and it seems to be paying off right at the moment. So it slowed things down considerably. So that's where we're at.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
You have anything, Alf?
No.
Okay. Sheriff?
Looking good.
Kathy, you got something?
Sorry. So early, so early. Board appointments, I'm assuming you're gonna wait until the 29th.
We're gonna wait till the last
Still had a
meeting.
couple trickle in the last week or so. And I've sent those on to you. I think we still have just a couple positions. RDC, I know we're gonna have an opening, somebody would run them. So I'll have those for the last one. I've been updating you, and I think that's all I have.
Kurt?
Okay. I'm just looking at your agenda and I'm gonna go through some of these items to the extent that I can. If it leads itself into something that we can't talk about it at this point, then we'll adjust. But I see on your agenda, you have a public hearing with this Inspiration Ministries, which I understand is part of their grant process. And my direction you gave to me at the last meeting was to prepare a revised letter of intent with maybe some significant conditions. So I've done that, and I want to read the conditions to you so that you can hear it and see if it's appropriate. Because I didn't get a chance to share it with you yet. So bear with me. Basically, it's a letter. It's to be signed by Terry Martin as president. If you approve it at your board meeting, at your commissioner meeting on Monday, this isn't something you can do administratively. But it basically just says that on behalf of the commissioners, yada, yada, attached is the exhibit for the proposed site, which, as you know, was just north of the jail and north of the golf ball, whatever that thing is, FCA building, whatever. And so it references that parcel. And it says the county is pleased, and keep in mind for anybody that's listening out there, this is not approved. The county is pleased to make this donation, but because of the importance to be a good steward of county resources, the prospective donation will only be made subject to the following conditions. There are 8 of them. So if there's too many or not enough, I need to know. 1, the recipient agrees to county standard form sub-grant recipient agreement, which we use with all people that, like council on aging, for instance. The recipient actually receives their full program funding, and I've got program funding defined as that's no for grant. 3, the respective conveyance deed will contain a reverter clause that triggers upon alienation to third parties or non-program use of the property. What that means in layman's terms is you get it back if they don't do what they say they're going to. 4, recipient provides the county with satisfactory, most current year standard professional financial audits for the years prior to and during the recipient's participation in the program. That way you have the right, if you want, to review their audits. 5, the use of the prospective facility in the proposed location is approved, meaning it doesn't have to be, but has to be approved by the planning commission. If the planning commission doesn't approve it for some reason, zoning, whatever, it's denied. 6, the engineering recommendations provided by Martin Riley Inc., engineering firm, which you've been provided a copy and I have too, are to be incorporated into this project. And obviously, you're not paying for those. They wanted you to sign the contract to pay for those, and you had indicated, and I agree wholeheartedly, you should not. That's part of their grant and their funding, and you don't want to be on that document. 7, the facility plans are eventually, if approved by the building department, Jason. So they are subject to county building department rules and regulations, inspections, etc., and county engineer. So we throw Theron in there too. She needs to pay attention to this as well. And any additional donation of funds, which, because I didn't know if you're going to give them money or not, are subject to being eligible under the county's restricted opiate settlement fund rules and regulations. So those are my interpretations of what you told me.
Yep.
Is that appropriate? Not appropriate?
Yeah, I think the
Much, not enough?
the council gave him $500, I think, at the meeting Monday.
I have one question. Number 3.
Number 3, respective conveyance deed has a reverter clause that triggers upon alienation, third parties or non-program use of the property, similar to that property you had us do.
Correct. I understand. Is there a time, I mean, if they don't have it done in
Correct.
5 years or?
Forever.
Meaning, you tell me, how
Okay.
long you want it to be.
All right.
Right now, I've got it at any time.
I think he's thinking. if he
Understood.
wanted it Built within a set amount of time.
Yeah,
You tell me. and
All right.
put it in.
understood. Thank you.
I left it vague, so we
Sure.
could, put it in the deed any way we wanted.
Mhm.
when the time comes.
All right. Thank you.
Good questions. So,
Hmm.
after your hearing, I would ask you to consider this letter of intent.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna satisfy them, but try to keep it short and sweet, which for me is always good.
It's their problem.
Does it meet the
They're
spirit
getting-
of what you wanna do?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I mean, yeah, I think so. They shouldn't have an issue with it. I mean, they're getting free land.
8 acres.
Yeah, so.
So, you'll let them pick up the hearing, and
Mhm.
when you think it's appropriate, you can hand it over to me to just go through this, and then you can decide whether or not formally you approve this, authorize Terry to sign. Okay?
Yeah.
Moving on. Next item on your agenda, which I'm vaguely familiar with, and so you tell me whether you want me to get involved in this or not. There's this resolution provided to you by the EDC, something about supporting pre-development activities for housing, blah, 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 blah. And it goes into talking about a program with Northeast Indiana Strategic Development Commission. And you then are asked to approve opting in to this program. I don't know anything about the program. You're asked to provide funds through this program for architectural services, zoning, permit costs, remediation, master planning, blah, blah, blah. And then you're agreeing to comply with the program requirements and be accountable for failure to do so. So it seems like you ought to know exactly what this program is before you approve this, because there's obligations on you when you sign this. I don't know if it's a good thing, a bad thing, something you want to do or not, but I can tell you, I know very little about, I literally sat here and read it for, 3 minutes. So to sign a resolution that obligates and holds you accountable for program funding, maintenance of activities and communications and financial, et cetera, I don't know anything about. You're on your own, is what I'm saying, unless you want me to do further investigation. I don't know what this is, and I don't.
Didn't it Sherry brought that from us, right?
Yeah, I think that's some questions we need to sit down with the EDC and that's
I mean,
my
it looks
thoughts on it.
cute and everything, but it's a real document and it really obligates you to real things.
And yeah, and like I guess with some questions I need to find out, because it sounded like that this was going to be a program that the state was going to fund a lot of these
Yeah.
things. But according to what you're saying, it doesn't sound like it's going to be the state. It's going to be us funding these things.
Well, it doesn't say anything about the state paying anything. What it says is that you're gonna opt into this program. So maybe when I get into the program and understand it, it may say the state's gonna pay everything.
I doubt it.
It doesn't say that. It says the county agrees to comply with all program requirements, including submission of financial, project updates, maintenance, goes
So
on.
who would do that?
I don't know, and I don't know why. So to me, I would want to know what benefit,
Right.
what are the costs, if any, and what's our obligation? This one-page resolution obligates you to comply with, the accountable under, and et cetera, with this housing optimizer pre-construction grant program to support pre-development activities for housing activation, all of which is contained in I'm guessing, some large program document. that
Yeah,
has
I
all
thought-
the gory details that we don't see.
I
Mhm.
thought Sherry said that there was money available for that or something.
That's what I thought too.
And
That's
there
why I
might
was,
be, and I may
yeah.
be making a mountain out of a molehill like I do all the
Oh,
time.
no.
So I don't know, but I just know before I put my name on it, I would want to know what the heck I'm doing.
Mhm.
And I believe that was just taking classes to be
Yeah.
eligible to receive that funding, but I highlighted some things where it says it makes
Yeah,
the
thank you.
county,
Yeah, it does. That sounds like it makes the county.
okay.
I guess maybe Sherry should have been here we could ask her, but
Well, asking her is one thing, but reading the documents is another.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. She may say, yeah, it's all state, we want to pay for anything. That's not what that says.
right.
So you might want to actually understand it or have somebody.
yeah,
else-
because it'd be like the JDI program. It's a state program also. Oh, by the way, you guys are going to pay for it now.
Mhm.
I guess what I'm trying to say is whoever gives you the information, recognize that
There's a lot more to it.
it's verbal. And what really matters is what the program requirements are, and I've never seen them. And if you don't care, I don't care. But if you want to feel confident, somebody's got to read it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm not doing anything until you tell me, but it's on your agenda, so.
Did you ever vote it? I know she wanted it before the end of the year, but
That's
she'll
Kim.
have another meeting after.
Well, I want these questions answered. So,
Do you want me to dig into it or do you not?
no, I think you ought to dig into it and figure out what's going on for sure.
Since you like reading.
I do, but. And I don't know where I'm gonna get all this, but just know
Yeah.
it's probably gonna rub people the wrong way when I start asking questions.
Oh,
They're gonna hear about it.
You want her on the agenda for Monday then?
I'll remove it.
She'll take it off.
Yeah.
All right, so give me what I can. And sorry, I just feel like you should know.
Mm-hmm.
Just exactly as you marked it up. in this text. Yeah. Okay, thank you for that. All right, bear with me. All right, so we'll get this taken care of. Update you on the major moves construction grant, speaking of EDC. So, we basically said to them, you guys have to comply with our normal grant agreement if we're gonna give you this money. And that was a condition that was placed on by council and by you. So, I've asked them to get us a certificate of compliance. That basically says.
Is that the
they certify
E1?
they comply.
Is that E1 or whatever?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, that's part of it.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Yes. The other part is that they follow public works statutes,
Mhm.
36-112, 532, whatever, so that they're actually doing it according to public bidding, public works
Mhm.
laws. They were not able to provide that to me. What they gave me was an opinion from Ice Miller down in Indianapolis that Bill Gerard hired to assist them with trying to figure out how they might be able to maneuver within confines of our document and what they actually did. So what they did was they came up with a different program under 532, Indiana Code 5-32. It's completely different than what we normally would do. I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is it's not the normal way that you would follow a public works project. You would go under 36-112, we would require public bidding, all that. They did not do that. So they are trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. And from my perspective, I don't care. That's up to them, not us, right?
Right.
And so, but in order to make it fit within our program, we've got to change our document. Because our document is not set up under 532, which is a completely different public works process. It's kind of like, there's different ways to bid out builders. You have to hire an engineer to do something, bid it out. You can do a design build like you did over here with this building. You can do a buy, build, operate, transport,
Yeah.
and then you can do a 532, which is a CMC agreement. And I've worked on those before, but it's completely different where you hire a construction manager to do than what our normal agreement is. All of this being said is we've got to change our document. I just want to make sure you're okay with me doing that to make them certify to us that they are complying with 532 every time they submit a request for payment to Kathy. I have told Bill that I'm going to recommend that to you. That's our firm's recommendation, is that we modify this document to address the opinion letter we got from Ice Miller so that we can move forward. They can sign a contract before the end of the year. And then every time they submit a request to Kathy for reimbursement for funds, they've got to certify to her that they provide these public work statutes, 532. So if it's all right with you, unless you tell me otherwise, my intent is to change this document to reflect that. We can get them something signed and they can have it done. You can have it done in your last meeting, which is the 28th, 29th. So I will make sure, unless you tell me otherwise, and I want your feedback, and say no or whatever. My intent is to change this, present it to them for signature, get them to sign it, have it back to me before the 29th. And then you approve it on the 29th and they can start moving forward in January. And then as they submit claims, I'll have a new claim form for them to submit that actually says they certify under the penalty of perjury that they complied with the Indiana Code 532, blah, 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 blah. And then it's on them. I don't have to look over their shoulder. She doesn't have to audit what they're doing. And if they are wrong and we get audited and we get called on the carpet, I'm gonna have a clawback provision that says they gotta give us back the money. What do you think?
They will be audited by State Board of Accounts, correct?
They should. be.
With the
Whether they will
532.
be or not is up to the state board of accounts.
Well,
My
yeah,
opinion is
yeah.
They should.
They would be, have they done an E1?
They have not. Despite my warning to them. To my knowledge, they haven't.
Didn't that thing from Ice Mother say they were gonna do it?
Said they were gonna.
Right.
And then that's fine.
More than
And-
once.
And it's not up to us to make them do it.
Right.
Right? We educated them. on it.
Right.
I think it's just on them now, so.
That's exactly what this will.
That's,
be.
yeah, that's
all
what.
that's going, this is all gonna put on them, so.
Yeah, so that, what you're talking about changing is just basically an add to, so it also fits into our document. Doesn't change what we normally would
Yeah.
do.
Yes, and it's gonna put it all on them.
Yeah.
And if they screw it up, they gotta give us the money back. That's what I'm proposing. I told Bill Everhart this, made it very clear that I would not recommend you or the council doing anything other than that.
Mhm.
And, but you can ultimately, I don't get to make the decision. If you can say, Kurt, Tom said, I'm doing it.
Yeah, we can
We need to.
talk about more exec.
Okay. There you go. And I won't bring this up. I know about that. I think. Jimmy, about that.
Do you have anything on the JDAI contract?
I don't know anything about JDAI, but I should be, am I supposed to be doing something?
Well.
Well, we have it on-
The time for renewing the contract, that's why it's in red, is because
Yeah.
it was from previous year, so I was gonna ask them all.
I haven't done anything. If I'm supposed to be, somebody's got to tell me.
I don't know. I thought, we ought to have them look at it, don't you think?
If you wanna make changes, you'd have to let them know.
Mm-hmm.
I can give them a copy of the current one, you probably already have it, but I'll make sure you get it.
Just to know that way I'm not.
Take a look at it. Just, I don't know if there's any, could you send it to, I'd like to have a copy of it too.
Okay.
I'd like to look at it again.
And I'm reviewing it to determine whether we're terminating it or whether what? What am I?
Well, he wants to add, another payout of it. Who's he wants to pay out of that grant
He wants
money?
to Just put another program underneath that
Yeah.
umbrella, so instead of you guys paying.
Oh, yeah,
for that
was it
program,
Teen Court?
It would be paid from JDAI grant funds.
I think it was Teen
So I mean,
Court.
it saves the county that expense, and because it does seem like it's an alternative program. to
Yeah,
When you
conservation.
send it to me, you explain that.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Teen Court he wanted to add underneath
It
it.
was.
So you're not proposing to take action on Monday, you put it on there for us to start.
Yeah, we have to
It's
do it.
Because this is when we did it last
Review
year,
for
so it's red,
approval.
it's copy forward, so it's hey, do we
No,
do it?
that's
And
good.
so we can always be something that can be moved to the
Okay.
29th.
All right, well, I'll read it.
I think it's a pretty simple contract.
Yeah, it is. I just,
Well, I think-
Put our notes in there.
I don't know if we ought to, we haven't had any updates
Mm-mm.
at all this year at all.
So if you want any new criteria or any benchmarks.
I think we need
I'll get it out to you.
updates.
I think we need these quarterly reports on it.
I think we need some kind of quarterly reports on it for sure. Just so what's going on. Cause I get questioned a lot and I don't know.
Turn money back.
Just a couple more updates then and I'll shut up. You got, we spent a lot of time, Kathy specifically, updating your blanket bond requirements, which were a mess. I mean, I can't tell you how messy they were. And it's not because of anybody doing anything wrong, it's because it's one of those things where everybody's sort of done their own thing for a long time. And as you do that, it sort of gets.
Everybody goes farther and farther apart, yeah.
So we kind of got our arms around this mess and together, our office and Kathy and her office, with Dave Coyle's help, had Monday presented to the council a brand new blanket bond ordinance and they approved it, which is good. So it allows us to purchase a new policy that will be compliant with not only the law, which is a good thing, but with our new policy that's been adopted by council. And so she's working on that. And once that's available and ready, you'll end up being asked to approve it. You should pay that premium. But that was a huge project that kind of was behind the scenes that needed to be cleaned up because Kathy initially pointed out, I don't think this looks right. And she was right. It was one of those things where we thought it was going to be like a maybe an hour, 2 hour project ended up being like a 25-hour project. It was a mess. So it's good though now. We're very comfortable with it. And we're very comfortable. Council's good with it. So now it's a matter of just cleaning up the bond itself and that's what turn data work.
So it's on your agenda, that's, we gotta scratch that till the 29th, because they're still.
29th,
still waiting
okay.
for additional documents from them.
If you have specific questions about it, obviously I think we can get into it. The bottom line is what I think you want to hear is we're now compliant. We are now. So
And we found some double coverage, so we're getting rid of that too, so.
in the end, it'll be better for the county. It just took an investment of time to make it happen. And I really appreciate you bringing it to my attention because we had ignored it for 20 years.
Yeah, I think it was a 2015 ordinance.
How about that? Or I did that back then. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, just time goes by. I mean,
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's getting older.
Yes, I am.
All right, then I wanted to talk to you a little bit
Kurt's
about
getting
Joe.
lighter.
He is not here, as you can see.
About who?
Joe,
Oh.
your nuisance officer. You asked me, Gary, and I talked to him and
Mhm.
he agreed that he needs to come in and do a quarterly report. And he is going to do that. The question becomes, when, because he had another, commitment this morning, and my question is, are you gonna have a staff meeting? Because if you are, that's the appropriate time, the one
Yeah.
for the January 5th meeting. Or are you not gonna have another staff meeting that week? I don't care if I do it, it's gonna be virtual, but Joe will come in. that
Christmas
Wednesday
Eve.
before,
Christmas Eve?
I believe we do have a staff.
31st.
No.
No, we do not have one that day. We have another one before the December 29th.
I have it marked the 23rd.
I think
Yeah.
it's the 23rd.
Be Tuesday, not Christmas Eve.
But there's no staff meeting until the last week of December, the first one in January.
That's what I wanted to know. We're not
Yes,
doing
correct.
something between the 29th and
Mm-mm.
the 5th.
Correct.
Okay, then he'll come in on, what is it,
23rd,
I have the 23rd.
23rd?
next Tuesday.
Wait a minute, stepping on Tuesday.
This Christmas Eve.
Because,
23rd.
yeah, the 23rd would be Tuesday.
We off the 24th,
Next
25th?
Huh?
Not next Tuesday.
That's next Tuesday.
25th and 26th.
We're off Christmas and the day after.
Then why don't
So we can do it on the
We do it
25th,
on-
10th.
Huh?
This is the 10th.
right?
This is the 10th.
So we're-
it'd be the 20th.
Yeah, but if we did it the
2
Wednesday
weeks.
before the 29th,
Ryan, can I get into my computer without messing up the line?
right? Can we do it the Wednesday before the
I don't
Monday?
have it on the 23rd.
I have the 23rd.
Why don't we, you don't have it on the 23rd?
It's on the schedule.
Well,
Okay.
why are we doing the 24th? We're working that day.
What day?
We're off the 25th, 26th, right? That's a holiday, not the 20th, 24th.
Well, let me make a call. I gotta make sure I even have the 23rd open. I know it's on the 24th.
Do you have something, Zach, or you just stand up stretching? How quick question? Usually when you talk, it's about 15, 20 minutes.
Take your time, Zach.
Just Kathy's looking to see if you guys had any funds to do that project down on 700 South and State Road 3. That's in the highway right away. I know she said you maybe had some funds you should look into. I was just seeing if you guys had those, and if you did, I can work with the highway to try and encumber those because it won't be done until probably next year at this point.
I don't know if she does or not.
Is that? Can you do that? Or do they have to do that? Just we're good. Okay. That's all.
Yeah, she talked about this earlier, I thought,
Oh,
didn't
I
you?
was here for that. So thank you.
I know he's a little late.
And also talking about the other part where it's in the road right of way. It's okay.
And what about
Where the hell did I put that?
I have the staff meeting on the 24th.
No, 23rd.
I do. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. I do have it on the 24th. So she's right. She must have told me they got it on my calendar. I have it on Tuesday. I can move it.
Oh, I have a 25 schedule.
I did have on-
It won't make a difference to me.
Yeah, 23rd, it was if necessary. And then here's the one on 26, just to show you that there is not one for,
Subject to change.
because because the first one's on the 14th for staff meetings on the 14th.
So I'm joking on the 23rd. Changing it to the 24th.
No,
I got the 23rd.
I guess 23rd, fine. I don't know why we didn't do it on 24th. We're all gonna be here, but
Because most of the
no,
time,
we aren't.
before you set the holiday schedule, we're off.
Usually Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Okay, he'll be here on the 23rd. You want me to wait? till you're done talking about those?
What other thing?
Okay.
No, he's done.
So bear with me, I think I'm about that. Yeah, I think that's all I can talk about here, so.
He's in the
Jack's
front
sitting
row.
right there.
I'm sorry, were you gonna, I had a note here that yours was gonna be, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, they got taken care of.
So it's not gonna be on the agenda for the 15th?
There's just took care of with you.
We talked about taking it out of my funding, since the change order, I have extra money.
Okay, which project is this?
This is the 700 South project, so that would be the one that was split up 3 ways.
Well, yeah, your hand was like-
I have your quotes, but I got the,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
but
coming
it
back.
doesn't say that. Or it does, but it didn't.
So this is coming out, this is the intersection one, or this is the intersection?
It is
portion?
the intersection one, so it's like edit rainy day.
So do they still need approval for the stunts?
I think it's the question I was gonna ask. If they have the money first. If you have the money, we're gonna worry about the approval. If you have the money, then we need to get approval. Then
Well, did you
No,
ready for approval?
I would say that's not correct. If it's a purchase above the bid that you got approved,
Oop.
if there's an additional cost, then yes, they have to approve it. If they have funding, it's a separate issue, which they do have funding, but if you want to spend more than we have approved at the bid openings, then yes, you need approval for the purchase.
But isn't it graded for improvement and not commissioners?
I believe they approve it since it's their money. I believe so.
Yeah, if they're spending their funds,
Because normally you approve things and then I have to pay anyway.
they're approving their expenses out of drainage funds, correct? Your expenses. At your drainage board meetings, you're approving expending.
Kinda, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't. This is a bigger one, so this phone's pretty nice.
So yeah, you should get approval for this purchase because it's above and beyond the bids that were approved.
Okay.
You're good.
So you're bringing that Monday?
Yep.
Okay.
Add it to me. Thanks. I'll have it all figured out.
You done? You guys have everything?
No.
We're just gonna talk to Zach about the other thing
Yeah.
real quick, so. All right, thanks for coming. Yeah. Well, Aaron, he's got some input on it.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe.
Yeah, take him first.